Alrighty, hello. Welcome back to another Carbines and Cantrips book club. Tonight we are doing chapters 8. Oh, it's probably not cover my mouth so the mic can hear me. Chapters 8 through 10 of Lord of a Shattered Land. This is the third or fourth episode of this book. Dude. Ben's not going to be here again. I don't know if he's going to make it for any of the book for this book. And Jesse had he was had some deadlines.
He's slammed up by deadlines.
Yeah. So it's just Tyler and me holding down the fort tonight, dude. But dude. This book is like like I'll say, like when I first started it, I wasn't super into the format of like the short story chapters. Yeah, I'm loving it now, dude. Like
it's a great format.
Yeah.
It is a very underrated format, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a legit it's like a collection, but then like the fact that they're all the stories are so chronologically ordered and stuff. It has a cool vibe.
It's almost like a season of like a big TV show where there's an arch plot like running between more episodic where we got a Trini. Oh, what's his homie's name?
Antirius,
yeah, where Antirius and Hannibal, Antirius and Hannibal are now essentially like Mulder and Scully, like just walking around, like dealing with monsters, now they're rolling with a circus.
Yeah. Which is such a cool way. Like, we knew they had to expand the party. I did not see joining the
expanding
circus.
That much.
Yeah. I didn't see becoming carnies as what was going to happen, but hey, cool. It worked out really good, and it was cool. Like, I guess that's the first chapter. So that's chapter 8 is when we get introduced to the carnival. And basically they have to save an elephant from being sacrificed.
They have to save this elephant. So you made the John Wick comparison.
I think that was Jesse.
Jesse was calling him General John Wick. Because he kept saying that last week, I was thinking, reading this whole chapter, like, this elephant's gonna be his John Wick puppy, isn't it?
He's just gonna go on a murdering spree.
Yeah, and so so we get into it a little bit with why they wanted to sacrifice this elephant. So they have like this creepy painted person, like Celt with the serial numbers filed off. Dude,
witch man, I think they called him.
Yeah, they called him like a witch man.
Yeah,
and they
So that he's saying is like this crippled Dervin general, or maybe he's a senator. I think he's a general.
Yeah, he's a senator. So this guy, so there's this effed up family.
Dad's a
dickhead, and the siblings. He has 2 sons and a daughter. They all have their issues,
and they're all different. The issues are all different personalities.
Their issues are all different
vices.
And so this guy is kind of an XP of the Carthago Delinda S, like Carthage must burn.
Yeah.
Guy. Because he was like, we need to just kill all the Villani. We need to slaughter all the Villani. He's all about killing all the Villani.
Yeah, it's like the end of Price is Right, where Bob Barker's always talking about nude and spay. Oh my gosh, spay and neuter your pets.
Spay and neuter your pets.
At every end, all this guy's speeches, he's like, and genocide the Villani.
Yeah, he's like, all right, we're gonna deal with the love offering and the fund for all those flood victims, and also kill all the Villani. All right, we approve new highway construction and also kill all the Villani.
Yeah. So was it his plan? I can't remember. Was like he kind of like, was he the architect of the assault?
He was the architect of kind of he's someone who archplot wise has needed his comeuppance for a while. Because he sounds like he's the architect for Hannivar's whole current situation.
Yeah.
And so he's as anti-Villani as you can get. And he's got this, like I said, Celt with the serial numbers filed off, this painted man, this witch man, who he wants him to, he tried with horses first. And he's trying to summon a ghost. And not just any ghost, but it's the ghost of Hannivar's brother.
I think Anduvar. I think.
Anduvar, yeah, because Hannivar's parents are very original with how they name their kids.
Well, the other two, I honestly forgot their names, but
their names aren't something Evar.
Yeah.
I forget their names, but
one's like Megal, I think.
Yeah, like Mega or something.
What a cool name, Mega.
They from Hannivar, because Hannivar talks about his brothers independently of trying to figure out that this dude's trying to summon one of them.
Yeah.
He talked about them to Cantrips a little bit. He's like, "Oh, my brother, he was like a sly dog, a handsome devil." Like,
yeah. You describe the attributes of each one, how they're all different.
And how they're all different, and he so he's kind of describing the attributes of them, how they're all different, and little does he know that this dude who's heard rumors of him being alive and around.
Yeah.
Is trying to summon his brother, so his brother can just tell him, like, yes or no, is Hannivar alive?
Like, where is he?
And like, where is he? On top of that, so that's going on.
Yeah, and also I don't remember the dude's name. The senator guy who's got like a jacked up face, like it's like an old Villani. I think it was Hannivar's dad. Was his dad? Some like Villani before Hannivar's time had like sliced the dude's face up and like
I think it was Hannivar's dad.
Yeah, his arm.
He's like really effed up.
And he had this little like contraption. He's like
a
strong hand.
He's like a Darth Vader. He's my strong hand. Yeah, he's like got like a Darth Vader like like evil like metal hand contraption.
Yeah. I will say he is. I mean, he's brutal and he's a dick, but he's also like pretty perceptive and can kind of sniff out bullshit.
He's almost. I almost want to say he's almost like a Darth Vader XP as well, because he's just like reading. It seems like he's reading people's thoughts and shit. He's just like, you aren't speaking the truth, and like whatever. And he's got like a real hard on for like telling the truth.
Yeah,
and, like speaking the truth to him.
Yeah,
and also killing Villani.
Yeah, killing Villani. So yeah, they try to summon this dude's Andivar to like snitch on Hannivar. Andivar to Hannivar. But the witch doctor, he had was able to summon him, but like obviously Andivar is what's their family's last name? I can't remember.
I can't remember. So yeah, he summons him, but he's not able to make him do anything.
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck you! I'm not snitching on my bro."
Basically. Yeah, so Andivar's like, "Fuck you! I'm just Ghostman hanging out in your shitty villa."
Yeah, which is now super creepy with ghost energy.
Yeah, he's like, "Man, this villa sucks. It's like you got ghost up in here or some shit." I like to imagine that's just what Andivar was doing, like off screen, just hating on this guy's villa the whole time.
Well, it is kind of a shitty villa. It used to be nice, and the guy didn't do his upkeep. He fucking, laid off all the landscapers.
Killing Villani. Yeah. And I just like the mental image of like Andivar like sitting in a chair like in the corner, ghost chair in the corner, like behind the senator, like, "Yo, your villa sucks ass."
Just being super like petty to him.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, that your coward son? Yeah, he sucks dick."
Yeah. Like all the courtyards in Valanis are way nicer.
Yeah, even now.
Yeah, right.
Even after you destroyed the place, I can go there right now. The courtyards are good.
Yeah, but so yeah, he won't tell them. And even after the senator guy sprung for two really nice, expensive stallion hearts, still didn't do the trick. So he's like,
yeah, Andivar's still like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. So he's like, he's gonna get his rod out. The senator's gonna take his rod out and beat this witch man to death. Which one, the witch man begins like freaking out. He's like, "Oh God, I could do better. You just got to get me something that like he owned or something that that was intimate to Andivar, and if I use that in the spell, then I can probably coax him into telling me what I want him to tell me." And so then we cut to the scene, where fucking Cantrips and Hannivar are riding down the road, and they see I think they said elephant because they knew there was like a bunch of things with elephants.
Like, "Oh, I heard a rumor that like someone has possession of one of his elephants, or an elephant that he used to be fond of."
Yeah,
or something to that effect.
Yeah, basically they went out looking for elephants specifically that
Yeah.
Handavar might have owned. Yeah, so then we cut to Handavar and Atiris riding down the road. One, I really like the way he's kind of like slowly doing the characterization, and like Handavar is like slowly kind of opening up and giving little bits of information to Antares. And so obviously he doesn't want to talk about his brothers, or up to this point he's been super reluctant to mention it, talk about his wife, any of that stuff. And so this is kind of like the first chapter where he's opens up about his brothers a little bit before all this other shit even starts. And he still doesn't want to reveal more. And this is kind of like an important plot point for this chapter. At the beginning, he still is holding on to not telling Antares more. Yeah, but specifically Antares, who is like going with him. He's like, I can't tell you my plans because if you get kidnapped or if you get captured, you'll get tortured.
They can torture it
out of you.
Torture it out of you.
So yeah, they're on the road and they see this like circus pulled over to the side of the road. And there's a whole menagerie. You got like cats and shit and monkeys, I think. But then there's this big elephant that seems like it knows, it like fucking wags its tail or its ears or some shit when Handavar
I think it does wag its tail at Handavar, like, oh my god, friend, like I love you.
Yeah, and so they have a little reunion, and then like the elephant's keeper or whatever trainer shows up, and it's like this. I think it's like a black lady. I can't remember what her race was called. Someone with an R, I think.
Yeah, is it? Oh no, Malika's the circus owner.
Yeah. No, it's her name. I can't remember what her name was, but like her race was like someone with an R. I can't remember. Her name I think started with an S. There's so many names I can't keep track of them.
Yeah, there's a few new people we're introduced to, like the circus magician. We're introduced to Malika, who guest stars in the next chapter. The circus owner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're introduced to these characters, and the trainer, and the more martial of the senator's sons just kind of rides up, and I don't remember if he even pays for it. I think he just takes the elephant.
No, he does. So the trainer actually she knows Handavar and she recognizes him. She's like almost
that's right.
And they have a little exchange in her native tongue, which apparently nobody else knows except for her and Handavar. And he's like, I'm not a ghost. Like, I'm alive. Chill out. Don't fucking blow my cover.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not a spirit. Like, don't freak out.
Yeah.
And she gets really excited on seeing him, and and so she's really excited to see like Handavar, because it's like, oh man, like this awesome dude who like
Durban spirit
the spirit. Yeah, just turn it around. Like Handavar's here. It's like when in Dragon Ball Z when they're stalling for Goku and Goku finally shows up. They're like, oh yes, like you're here and you're not dead. So the moral martial one just kind of rides up and pays for the elephant.
He's talking about the one of the sons of the evil senator.
Yeah, one of the sons of the evil senator, the more martially inclined one.
Yeah,
who's also balding, because I think that they mentioned that he's balding.
He's the older brother.
More than once.
Yeah.
They really fixate on him balding.
He also he does a really good job of like peppering even the secondary characters, like peppering in good details that kind of make them pop. So like with that older brother, like he's balding. He's like really strict and super like disciplined as far as his like he expects that out of his troops, but he doesn't really apply that same standard to himself, which is like a cool makes him seem like a real person. I feel like Howard Andrew Jones does a good job with all of his side characters. Of really making them real.
He manages to characterize like almost no one is like purely like just this stupid stereotype. Like you like a lot of most of his characters are believable people. Yeah. I will say that as much of like a imposing villain he is, the Wicked Senator kind of holds. I'll get into more of the why he does later, but our Wicked Senator of the West kind of holds our evil stupid alignment. In this because I'm getting ahead of myself. So they get the elephant.
Yes, they show up and they offer a crap sum, and then the Malik comes over and it's like, oh, that elephant's worth way more than that. So he like doubles it, I think. And she's like, well, that's that's what a new elephant's worth, but this elephant's trained and shit. And he's like, I could just take it, So he's obviously showing that he's a dick, and it's just more like dirt and flavor.
Yeah.
So yeah, they end up selling, and the whole time Hannivar's like, oh shit, he's like fucking hiding behind the wagon, like don't
He's like hiding behind the elephant, like I hope this guy doesn't recognize me.
Yeah, I think is that the son? Is he the one that killed Andivar? I think oh no, he was the one that took Andivar's head and threw it into Hannivar's camp.
Yeah.
So I think that son would have recognized Hannivar. The senator definitely knows what he looks like.
He's like, the son would have been like, oh, your face looks a lot like that head that I threw into that other guy's camp.
Yeah, right. So they take the elephant, and basically the trainer, I think she gets whipped. I think they fucking hit her with a whip.
Yeah. I think he hits her with the whip on the way out. That sounds right, because he describes her having like welts on her arm and stuff, and Hannivar being kind of pissed about that.
Yeah. And wanting the elephant back, but also he knows he absolutely can't go there and like do that.
Just be like,
they would recognize him. He can't. There's no role he could play to go. At least to go like right in there and do it.
Yeah, what he wants to do. So Antires is like, well, I'm an actor, so how hard would it be to be a spy?
Mm-hmm.
And so he decides to go undercover. Which
Hannivar doesn't want him. He's like, I can't ask that of you. Like, this is super dangerous. He's like no pressure at all.
It says something about Antires' own character and bravery, that he sees no problem with like, well, you've done so much for me, and like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So yeah, I could absolutely. So like we definitely have Antires here is not only like the first of like Hannivar's new following, but he's most likely going to be his most loyal.
Yeah.
Of like what as we're squatting up here.
I feel like this chapter is a big step forward in their like growth and their loyalty for each other, and like trust growing. This chapter does a lot to build that.
Yeah, and Antires, I'm trying to get my thoughts back in order. Antires, so Antires is like, yeah, sure, I'll go undercover. It'll be no big deal. I'm an actor. Mm-hmm. Like, how hard would it be to be a spy? Like, that's more or less his angle.
Yeah, I think he's like pretending to be like he works for like a coliseum and he wants
he works for a coliseum and he wants to buy the elephant.
To like
he works for a breeder. Yeah.
Or to breed.
He's like, I'm an agent of the coliseum.
Yeah.
And his plan would have probably worked. So he gets talking. If he wasn't trying to fool Darth Vader. So
like he tricked all the children, like the 3 children of the senator, all of them bought his line.
All of them bought his story, and he's like, oh, well, the one son who's kind of a coward is entirely reasonable.
Yeah.
Like they're all kind of reasonable. None of them seem like their dad.
He's spilling all the tea. He's like, oh yeah, dude, we got this elephant. We got to kill it so we can make Hannivar's brother's ghost tell us where he's at.
Yeah, they just tell him everything.
like the daughter is a lush. I think she's a little overweight, and she just likes to bang everybody that comes through the door.
Yeah, she's a widow.
Yeah,
her husband was killed like fighting Hannivar's army.
Yeah, the son's a coward but he's also like he hates his dad, but he's a coward, so he acts like a little sycophant when his dad's around.
Yeah,
and then the oldest brother is like he's the military one, the martial one that's like also kind of a dickhead.
Yeah, he's like, oh, well, like dad would never be impressed with you. Like he and that is more or less how they all come off. And so so they tell, like we said, they tell Antires like fucking everything.
Yeah.
And
or the like I said, the coward brother does.
Yeah, the coward brother does. And
the other brother's like, hey dude, shut up. You're fucking you're spilling all our secrets, dude.
I think the daughter tells him some stuff too that like she really had no business telling him. But Antires, of course, he's rolling with the punches. He's like, oh wow, this is going far better than I could have possibly expected. Like this is an amazing plan.
he has like a legit, like his role, like he has like the money. He's basically offering to double what they paid the circus for the elephant in fucking gemstones. And he actually has a gemstone. So that adds like more credibility to his role, which it does make the fact that the senator guy that just walked out and was like, who the fuck are you? Like, be real. Like, who are you?
Yeah.
Be fucking with me. Makes the fact that he called his bluff so quickly kind of impressive.
Immediately. Yeah.
It's like, arrest this fucking guy.
He's like, arrest this guy, kill him.
Yeah.
You're full of shit.
But the one saving grace is before that, he was able to send a letter.
Send a note. Yeah.
With
a coded message.
Coded message. Basically like, they're just trying to, I don't know. Like I read that and I was like, man, the fact that they'd be fucking killer at like charades. The fact that they got, they're summoning your brother's ghost to try and find you. That letter.
Yeah, that'd be amazing at charades.
But yeah, so at least he got that letter out. So Hanavar knew that he was what the deal was.
It's Hanavar's like amazing abilities of deduction are so impressive that he was able to just pull that from almost nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I've read Antira's letter. They're clearly trying to summon my dead brother to find me. And the magician's like, where the fuck did you get that from?
It's plain as day.
Like, yeah, they're like looking at each other like, are we reading the same letter?
Oh, God. That's funny, dude.
But yeah, so luckily for Antares, he has Hanavar on his side, and yeah, God loves Hanavar. The deck is always stacked in Hanavar's favor. Also, Hanavar is just him. Like, you're not going to beat fucking Hanavar.
Yeah.
So,
but it doesn't come across as like Mary Sue or contrived. You know, it's like he's just, I don't know. He's so driven.
He's his level of drive and his level of resourcefulness. It's like he is just that much more driven, that much more competent, that much more intelligent than his enemies, and
honestly, that much more like morally good. Just like he's just a good man, even not just his enemies, but like his allies. Which you haven't, I guess, you haven't finished chapter 10, but we'll get into that when we get to 10. I'll tell you about it.
Right.
Yeah, dude. I really like how Howard plays with like the idea of good and bad, and like, you know, everybody. From your point of view, you're never the evil one on your point of view. And it's really interesting what he did, especially with chapter 10 added in there, but I'm getting ahead of ourselves there.
Yeah. So
Antares gets tortured a wee bit, just a little bit, you know?
Yeah. And so because I don't know if like, because he technically, I don't know if because whatever weird, almost Celtic spell is going on, they're like, well, he kind of counts as like being owned by Hanavar. So Hanavar comes out and starts talking. Whether it's because of the spell or not is kind of ambiguous, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I think we should mention about his torture, because the torture, this is important for like how he kind of builds his loyalty with Hanavar, because like a wooden coffin, like a sun, and basically he sat there for hours getting fucking hot boxed, and then they put him like on an incline with his head pointed down, like on this, like, I don't know.
Yeah, they start waterboarding.
Yeah, they waterboard him as he's like strapped down to this thing, this scaffolding, I don't know what you call it. Yeah, and they waterboard the shit out of him, and he doesn't break. But also, he's also kind of like you were saying, he gets like a reprieve because this guard comes up and says something to the senator, who's like certainly a sadistic bastard, but pauses because something actually noteworthy happens. Hanavar's brother's ghost, as soon as they started torturing Antares, like showed up and started doing ghost stuff.
Yeah, he's like, "Whoa, I'm a ghost. Fuck you." Just got out of his chair and stopped talking shit. He's like,
yeah. He's like, "Stop hurting my brother's friend, dude." Yeah. So
he's like, "Oh, I'll tell you where my brother." Like, it'd be funny. Like, I thought when like they're like, "Ooh, Anavar's talking," I thought Anavar was gonna start just talking mad shit. Like the dude, he's just gonna be like, "Ooh, I can tell you where Hanavar is. He's under your bed. He's in your closet. He's waiting around. He's waiting around every corner, ready to kill you."
He's right behind you.
He's right behind you. He is actually right behind you right now.
Yeah. So because he starts talking, the senator like stops the torture, and he connects the dots in his head, even though Antares has no idea why him being tortured would have this effect on the spell. But the senator's like, "Oh, as soon as we started torturing you, the ghosts started doing some shit." So he takes him off the table and takes him to the little awning thing, the gazebo, where the ghost summoning, thing is going on, as you do in a gazebo. They're perfect for summoning ghosts.
Excellent.
So good. It must be, I don't know if it's the acoustics or what, but
this gazebo is so great for summoning ghosts of my dead enemies.
Yeah. And so they bring him there, and like they didn't really get a chance to like just straight up kill Antires and like, here, use his blood to do whatever, because like things keep happening so fast. The senator's trying to like talk shit to the ghost. Like he's like being a tough guy with him. And the ghost like doesn't want to talk. He's like, it's clear that like, so Andivar's speaking, but what he's saying doesn't make any sense to the senator because he's not talking to the senator.
He's like, talking to Hannivar.
Yeah. So Hannivar puts on a guard's outfit, it sounds like, and sneaks in. And he's like standing like literally right there at the gazebo, and nobody knows it's him yet because no one's looking at him, looking at this ghost and tears and shit. So he's there, but no one's looked at him. And Andivar is the only one that knows he's there. And he's like, brother, get out of here. This is not going to end well. And things kind of just keep escalating. And the witch man's like trying his best to like force the guy to talk, because the crazy senator is like, you need to make him talk and tell me where's Hannivar. And so eventually the best thing, like the most he says, the Andivar says, is here, here, here. And the senator's like, what the hell are you talking about? He's here. He's not here. But yeah, actually,
I feel like at that point, Andivar had like enough will to be like, I'm going to fuck with this guy. He's like, here, there, here, there.
Yeah. And then he throws like an anti-magic bomb into the middle, little
yeah, like
vial.
A thing that disrupts the ritual, which doesn't unsummon the brother.
Yeah.
But it does.
Oh, yeah. And while
break the control.
When all the crazy stuff was happening, like more ghosts were coming forward, and like countless voices were starting to like come out of the mist. So like there's obviously a big undead party going on here. And then when Hannivar throws the vial of anti-magic whatever goodness that the mage from the circus made for him, because he knew what was going down because of that sweet letter that he was able to decipher.
He figured it out like that.
Yeah, it wrecked the witch man's control. I think, did he just roll over and die? I think he just died.
I think he just died.
Yeah.
Like the spell backfired and killed him or something.
Yeah. And then the ghosts, they didn't go away. They fucking came, they like solidified. They were still ghostly, but they like, you could see their form and stuff. And they started like ghost knifing motherfuckers, like chopping people in the throat. And they didn't like cause blood. There was no wounds, but they just they just fell down and died.
So they were just
everybody.
Andivar and like the other Hannivar brothers.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yes, now that we're no longer restrained by a great value kilt, our actual desire, murderous rage, is back on the menu, boy. Yeah. I forgot. No, I think Hannivar killed one person too. I think it was the older brother. I think he fucking. Yeah, I think Hannivar killed him.
I think or did he kill the younger brother? He killed one of the brothers.
Yeah, he killed one of the brothers for sure.
Yeah, and then the other ghosts took care of the other guards and everybody else. But the senator had the real special death where he didn't get hit with a ghost sword. He got drugged into the underworld to be whatever ghosts do to people in the underworld that fucked them over.
Unpleasant things.
Yeah, basically the guy that was responsible for sending all those ghosts there got dragged in there with all those ghosts. So he's probably going to have a bad time.
1,000,000% gets his comeuppance.
Yeah. Touching ending. He like hugs all of his brothers before they depart back for the netherworld. Which was really sad.
They like take a second to like talk, and then they're just like, all right, peace out.
Yeah.
We're going back to the afterlife.
Which I think that the last few chapters are really kind of like built on this like theme of him being lonely, like him missing his traditions,
like his family, his people,
his family. Yeah. And then this, I think it's like the last line of the chapter. I think he's like, I felt like I wasn't alone for a second, which was kind of hard.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, Hannivar, you're so cool.
Yeah. But then, they had like the whole like afterwards, him, Hanavar and Atyrus kind of talk a bit and kind of fill each other in on the gaps. And he's like, wow,
He's like,
I can't believe you didn't break and snitch on me, which I don't know, really cool way to like build their relationship as friends.
yeah, it was very. He's almost like, all right, now that like you've seen them without eyes, let me tell you what they were like when they had eyes. Because they had like a very cool description of the of like how the brothers have like this like how they have like these like holes where their eyes used to be, and they just sound like these horrifying like metal fuckers. And I'm like,
Yeah.
ballsy of that senator to just like talk shit to them. Continue. Do what I say.
I'm kind of bummed that the elephant was like, he made it pretty clear that the elephant's kind of a passive, gentle creature instead of being like a gangster war elephant. Because it would have been cool if like one of the ghosts like broke the chain and the elephant just started fucking murdering people.
Like Anavar like jumps up on his war elephant. He's like, woohoo! War elephant's back on the menu, boys.
Dude, have you listened or read Heart of the Mountain yet? Or are you still working on it? I know you're talking about
I've not gotten to Heart of the Mountain. We're still on book 2 because I'm at the pace that like 3 other people listen to.
Dude, there's this point in that book, not to sidetrack us, but there's this point in that book where Ashok jumps on the back. There's like this huge battle between these two houses, and he's trying to get everyone to stop fighting. And he murders a bunch of people because that's what he does.
That's Ashok Vidal. Like,
and he jumps on the back of this elephant and then like rears up on it, and then he like uses his power to like project his voice. He's basically like, I can't remember what he says, but he's like, shut the fuck up, stop fighting, you fucking morons. Like, we got demons coming, like, stop being retards. But yeah, it's just really cool.
Stop being retards for 30 seconds.
Yeah, cool scene. But yeah, that's how chapter 8 and finishes out. They rescued an elephant. He got to say hi to his brother's ghosts, killed some more bad Dervins, ended up joining the circus, so they kind of blend in. He helps them cover their tracks as they progress through the Dervin Empire.
Yeah, they blend in a lot better now because they're hanging out with the circus people.
Which seems kind of nice. Seems like they're having a good time.
It's nice. They have other people to talk to besides each other. And now they get to hang out with Hanavar's sick war elephant. So there's that. Trying to think like what else to say. All in all, like, this is a pretty big turning point because symbolically we're dealing with like that there is this guy who is such a big deal, a big threat to the Dervin Empire. He's done Dunyan Rings. Done for good because like as far as the Empire goes, like he just kind of vanished one day.
Yeah, there's nobody like putting together the dots that there seems to be these like random occurrences throughout the Dervin Empire. It's just like there's a bunch of dead people and like, no story, or these like crazy things are happening.
Yeah, no, that's the thing where like they don't really seem to know where Hanavar is, but it's like at the same time it's like, well, like you don't have like a Dervin, Mulder, and Scully like, oh, that's interesting. So Ghost dragged this man away to his death, that he was brutally and violently murdered. Clearly Hanavar was involved. Like, there's no one doing.
Yeah, to be fair though, like you think like back like when Ted Bundy was like murdering a bunch of women, like he just went to a couple states and they couldn't, like he did the same exact like MO and nobody connected the dots because
they're just be bodies everywhere. And
yeah, like their systems were connected, so like they weren't communicating with each other. So it's got to be like way worse, obviously, like in a Roman era empire. Like they obviously aren't talking very well together. It probably takes news forever to get around. And at that point, a lot of it sounds like, oh, is this just rumors, bullshit? Like who knows what?
Yeah, who knows what's actually going on? But so no one is really onto that. Hanavar is in fact not trying to defeat the Dervin Empire he's not going after the Emperor. He's just being him. Yeah. And so what was I about to say? So they kind of clear the board there, move on with life. Antares and Hanavar are close. and then they get into gambling and horse racing.
Yeah, so let's,
And why the two should not
fine.
mix.
This is also one of the only chapters that doesn't have like anything supernatural
A
going
crazy
on.
monster,
Yeah,
but it does continue our theme of evil stupid being in alignment.
yeah, for sure. I like the was it Otho, I think his name is, the big stupid drunk guy that keeps trying to beat the shit out of Hanovar. Just gets freaking wrecked on every occasion he comes into contact with Hanovar.
Yeah, and so I would also like to add, we have, I believe in the story, we have our first good but also stupid character in Rufus.
Rufus, yeah. Which is like the name kind of just lends itself well to that kind of character.
To being like a
Doofus.
goofy, doofus.
Yeah, Rufus the doofus. Yeah,
The
kind of an
doofus.
endearing kid. Like he's rich and probably a little spoiled, but also he's not a bad guy.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's a little airheaded, little ignorant. He's very determined, clumsy, very noble when the chips are down. Like he will do the right thing. Like when push comes to shove, he's very slow on the draw, but
yeah, I liked him. I thought he was a good character.
Rufus might be Rufus and the big dumb disabled man. Yeah, that might be my favorite parts of this chapter because it's like everything out of Rufus's mouth is like, bro, you don't even know. He's like when he's like every other thing he says to Hanovar is ironic, and he does.
I love the way Hanovar responds to him all the time. He's like, "Yes, sir." Yeah, or, he's just like,
he's like, "Yes, sir." He's like, "Hey, sir." Like,
he's basically like, "Yeah, that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like you're wrong, but you're noble, so I'm just gonna say, yeah, whatever you say, sir." Kind of energy, dude. But he's like, did you come here by yourself at night, like right before the race? He's like, yeah. He's like, bro, someone's gonna beat the shit out of you, so you can't show up to the race, dude.
He's like, what's your problem?
That was dumb, dude.
He's like, that was dumb. Rufus, what the hell?
Yeah. I mean, Rufus is like naive, but he also has a little bit of like natural wisdom to him. Like we see like his friends, like my friends are shitty. Like I thought they were my friends, but they're giving me bad advice.
Him and what's the girl's name? The chick POV that we opened up with, Ilaria. Both him and Ilaria at different points of the chapter, they're both like, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Yeah. Which is worse for her because they end up like kind of fucking her
betraying her. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that she got like duped by, hey, look inside the wagon.
Hey, look at this inside the wagon. She's such a smart character, and she falls for like one of the dumbest ploys ever.
What's that over there? Yeah, I think it's clubbed over the head with it was like a sandbag or something.
Yeah.
So
we opened this chapter with said lady Ilaria. They're plotting to steal the horse head that's like full. It's full of gems, full of gold. Like,
it's just a wooden carved horse head with ruby eyes, 2 eyes, 2 rubies set in its eyes. They're like big fucking rubies, I guess.
Right. And they're trying
to cash box for like the entry fee, like all the money goes for people's entry fees. They take that too, or that's the plan.
Yeah, so that's the plan. A lot of things don't.
The hay barn on fire is a distraction. That's another part of the plan.
Yeah, they. What was I say? Yeah, so they have this complicated plan, and they kind of hilariously get distracted by all the wrong things. To the
Especially
point where
the 2 brothers in charge of the fire. They fucking dummies, dude.
Yeah, those 2 are complete dumbasses.
They got way off project.
Yeah, they're endearing about it, but dumb as hell.
Yeah, the one guy's like, "Is that my girlfriend? Is my girlfriend?
Is that my girlfriend?" Yeah. Oh, that's funny as shit. So we got these morons, and like these guys are like incidentally stupid, and then there's a really big guy with like an intellectual disability, who's clearly like
the nicest of the criminals. Seems like.
He's like
felt
so
bad
nice
about betraying the girl after.
He's like, "Oh man, I clubbed her. Oh, I'm sorry, I clubbed you over the head with this like rock or sandbag or whatever it is."
Yeah, twice.
Yes. And they're planning to steal this horse head, and oh, fuck, where are they going from there?
They were
They're
going to meet up
stealing.
somewhere, and they had to find a buyer for the rubies, because that's why they were stealing the cash box, so they could have money up front.
That's
And then they
right.
were going to go find a seller or a buyer for the rubies.
Yeah, so they're going to go find a buyer for the rubies.
Yeah, but there's like a big it's a horse race, but before the race starts, there's like a little trick show that happens before the race.
Yeah, they show off a little bit. It's it's almost like I'm trying to find something to compare it to. Like a fuck.
There's teams, right? There's like color teams. There's like blue and
Yeah.
green.
There's like different like
a relay,
factions.
or if it's just like a NASCAR race where all the teammates are on the track at the same exact time, or is it like a relay? I didn't actually figure that part out. I don't. At least if they said it, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just like a straight up race, but by the sound of it, they have like their team is like their house is like real important.
Yeah. This town takes the shit super serious.
These colors like represent like different factions. Like one is like the plebeians and one is like the merchants, and it's like a whole thing with these people. And these people are kind of insufferable. So they are plotting to So they're plotting to take this like horse head with ruby eyes in the cash box. And they're gonna burn down the new grain silo that the town is so proud of. To make a distraction to go get it.
Yeah.
And so,
well, it's kind of funny because there's like, I think with any good heist story, there has to be like multiple parties that one aren't necessarily aware of each other, that are all working kind of against each other. So you have like the thieves, and you have Hanavar, and his blue team.
Hanavar isn't. The thing I love about this heist subplot is Hanavar is not aware of a look of it until after it's essentially already done.
Yeah, until he's chasing down the wagon.
Until he's chasing the wagon. And like everything is blown up in the thief's face a little bit.
Yeah.
So they're plotting, and she drew up the plans, and her drawing skills are kind of critiqued by these idiots.
That was a really funny little like side tangent part of the
story. He's like, all right, like draw my guy with a mustache. He's like,
yeah, the leader had like this mustache that was like very
prominent.
Yeah, it was mentioned a lot. Like he was super into his mustache, to the point where he needed a little like figurine on the fake map to have
his mustache.
Which was it fake? Because at the end when he's in the wagon, it like flies off. I couldn't tell if someone just chopped it off or if it like came loose. Did you remember? Did you see that part where like it flew off?
Yeah, I think it got chopped off.
Okay. That's hardcore, dude.
It was like very long and like hung off his face.
Yeah.
So
I think somebody grabbed onto it at one point too when they like jumped into the wagon.
Yeah. Oh, we need to get to the wagon, because the wagon part is this whole story is hilarious. Because like it kind of doesn't need a monster, because it's hilarious like in and of itself. Because so Hanavar and the circus are going through town,
Yeah.
And
the circus is part of the show for the race.
Yeah, circus part of the show for the race. And this dude who's training Rufus, our boy, he gets distracted by titties, I'm pretty sure, and like falls off his horse and breaks his leg.
That and so that's Sophia, I think was her name. And
Sophia distracts him. And she isn't part of the heist. She's nothing to do with the heist. She's part of the green faction, and they are the blues.
Yeah, so the green faction is the reigning champs, and Rufus is on the blues. And so
Rufus on the blues.
The green is a bunch of fucking cheaters, basically. So Sophia's trying to like, boobity up and get in, distract Rufus. And Otho, who Illyria is also on green, but she's like faking it. She's on the green team.
Yeah.
But she's just like in there to help her with her heist. She doesn't give a shit about being on the green team. So she has a little inside information from the teams, but basically another guy on the team called Otho has like a crush on Illyria, but she doesn't give a shit because she doesn't like him. But anyway, that guy Otho
Otho
threw like
sucks.
he threw like a stick out in front of the trainer, Rufus's first trainer's horse, as he was looking at Sophia's boobs and wasn't paying attention, and then he got thrown and broke his leg, which was really good that he didn't see Otho, because apparently, obviously, if you get caught cheating like that, you're going to get disqualified. Yeah, so Otho's a real piece of work. Sophia is working a real hard angle on Rufus to try and like distract him and just see what he's learning.
Yeah, figure out what he's into, like what he's learning.
Yeah. Because Hannivar shows up and takes the place of the broke leg trainer.
Yeah, trainer. Because Malika's like, oh, this is fake name. He'll be great at teaching. He knows all about riding horses, right? Because Hannivar does. He's a Volani general. He's also simply the best. So Hannivar's like, of course I know how to. Like I don't say that like to like the little or like very serious. Like no, Hannivar is that guy.
Yeah. That's like one of the advantages of like starting a story with a character who is older, and his backstory is, I'm a fucking general who thwarted this massive empire because I'm such a gangster. You don't have to like go through explaining, you don't have to go through like
why he
just see how he came into his abilities. Like he's just already, in fact, he's on the downhill side of his ability. He's so he knows so much, but his body's breaking down, but he has so much knowledge that it kind of outweighs that.
He's got shades of like Kirk in Wrath of Khan, where he's not like him at it's not him at his prime, but like still you don't want to fuck with him. Khan. You're gonna get blown up or murdered by ghosts or burned in a barn or killed by a mold goddess. Like don't fuck with Hannivar.
Right. So that's how Hannivar becomes his new instructor. Is basically the circus manager's like, we need you to go and do this because we're trying to get some work here. Because the guy's Rufus's aunt or whatever is like super rich and
she's super rich and has a huge heart on for like, we need to win the races because of social standing in our family and whatever. Yak. Like Rufus and Hannivar are like on the level when like all this woman talks and to them it's just yak.
I love the interactions between Rufus and Hannivar. It's super funny how he responds. Like he's not like, I don't think if he's being sarcastic kind of, but Rufus obviously isn't picking up on like he's kind of just like being kind of condescending to the things. Like, okay, whatever you say, kid. And then like Hannivar will say all these things, and then Rufus will be like, "Oh, that was really wise. That's a good saying." So they kind of have this like endearing little like mini relationship, and like it's cool because Hannivar almost sees him like a son. Like he ends up kind of unexplainably to himself, like caring about what happens to this boy and like wanting to look out for him and take care of him. So he's like sees Sophia, he keeps an eye on Sophia because he knows that she's just some trouble. Right. She's just thirsty.
He's like, Rudy, you need a dad to tell you about women like this. It seems that like there's no mention of Rufus's dad or like any kind of father figure at all. So that kind of is what Hannivar kind of for this small time kind of steps into being like the closest thing Rufus has probably had to a dad, since he has this like overbearing aunt messing with him. He has idiot friends that don't know their head from.
Yeah, his friends seem like real douchebags, dude.
His friends just kind of suck. Like with friends like these, like who needs the green team? Like,
right. It seemed like they were trying to get like insider information from him. Like, oh, are you a little nervous? Maybe we'll change our bets if you're not feeling confident. We'll go put money against you.
If poor Rufus is like, yo, like what the fuck?
He's trying to get like relationship advice from them, and he's like, you guys are fucking dumb, dude. I don't want to talk to you.
He's like, but fuck this.
So basically, I mean, and then Illyria and Hannivar kind of meet and
at a bar.
And she's like, this guy is not a horse trainer. He's super fucking like on the ball, very perceptive. He's like,
looking at people. She notices that like he doesn't like size people, like he sizes people up as threats, like reflexively.
Yeah, he's like constantly like looking around, checking his surroundings.
Yeah.
And then that's the first time because she told the green team she was going to go talk to Hannivar and suss him out. And Otho didn't like that because he has a crush on Illyria. So he shows up and gets all territorial with Hanavar. And Hanavar's, what the fuck is your problem, dude?
Yeah.
Otho tries to like swing at him, and he just like swats him aside and like throws him past him, and he slams into a brick wall and like breaks his nose. I can't remember what he did. Fucks his face up.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah,
a huge
fucks his
fight
face
breaks
up.
out, and Hanavar just slips out as a
Hanavar just leaves.
Chaos.
Hanavar starts a fight, leaves. He's like, yeah, y'all can end it. Like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, I will say the thing I like most about Rufus's friends when they were at that bar later and Otho showed back up, they were zinging him pretty good, dude. That shit was funny.
Yeah, oh, they were absolutely like, oh yeah, we could pick a fight with this guy. Like, we'll fuck this guy all as much as we can.
Yeah.
This is great. It'll be great fun. They were not intimidated by Othos at all. Neither was Hanavar. I wonder if they were there. They saw Hanavar just like had this guy's ass. They're like, oh, this guy ain't shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, I mean, that's the gist of the story building up to the race day when the heist is about to kick off. And Sophia kind of throws a little wrench, although Illyria doesn't think it is, but basically Sophia is going to go try and give Rufus like a date rape elixir to like drug him and make him pass out.
She tried to drug him, make him like all like,
because the big doofus ends up drinking it at the end of the story before he has a fight. Passes out. So so this big goofy guy, the first time we meet him, he's like comes in and he's drinking a wineskin and it like smells sour and gross and it's super nasty. So one of the other thieves comes in and he's like, "What the hell is that smell?"
Yeah, like what are you drinking?
Oh, it's my wine. He's like, "Oh, I found it on the side of the road." And started drinking this like rotten wine.
He's like, "It doesn't smell bad, does it?" And Illyria's like, "Yeah,
it smells terrible." So apparently this guy just like picks up. If he sees some booze laying around, he's just gonna pick it up and drink it.
If he sees like a strange liquid, he would drink it.
Yeah. So
like this guy is no problem. Like he would drink the anti-magic bomb that got the fire the last.
Yeah. So at the end of the story, he ends up because Rufus smells smoke before he takes a drink because Sophia lures him into the barn to like make him drink it and probably make him pass out and lay him down in a bale of hay.
Yeah, he channels like a little bit of his dad where he's like, oh, hey, that's weird. Oh, smoke. That can't be right. Let me go investigate.
I like how he goes, investigates, sees there's like two massive burly dudes setting things on fire. He's like, "Hey, you guys." And they turn and see him. He's like, "Why did I say that? Like, that was a terrible idea." And they see like burly dudes pull out knives and shit. He's like, "I don't know why I did that."
He's like, "Oh, I need to reconsider my life choices. Yeah. I'm not him."
Yeah. And so also those guys didn't do as they were told, and they were supposed to just do like be really careful about the fire so that it started going slow, and they were just like dumping oil all over the place.
Yeah, they just are like, "Oh, let's just spray gasoline everywhere," and it's like the gas fight from Zoolander, almost like how they handle this.
Yeah, that's a good analogy, dude. And not only that, then as they're fleeing, that Hanavar shows up because he saw Sophia take Rufus away, so he's like, "I gotta go check."
Oh, that can't be good.
Yeah. He goes and checks out him and basically comes in right at the point where like one of the guys goes and chases after Sophia because she's got this huge rack and obviously he wants to take her down. He wants the girl really bad. So this one guy has this girl in the middle of a heist where they're trying to be quick and sneaky. Fucking kidnap the girl who's screaming her head off.
Kidnap this screaming girl
who's one of the contestants in a very prestigious race that everybody knows about.
Yeah, not thought through at all. And, the screaming girl got the attention of like the most dangerous man on the continent.
I can't remember when he showed up. Did he kill one of them? Did he kill the first one that was going after Rufus, or did that guy get away too?
Yeah, I think he killed that guy like immediately.
Yeah, and the one with Sophia made it to the wagon, and then they took off, and then the race, the chase scene started.
So him and so he tells Rufus to go get help, and then him and Illyria. I think Rufus joins them too. They chase this wagon on horseback.
Yeah. It's Rufus and Hanavar start chasing, but Hanavar's horse is kind of slow. Rufus is much faster. And this is kind of like where Rufus goes from being kind of clumsy to like in his element. He's like, they stole that big titty girl who I wasn't even gonna wear her colors, but come on now, she's a woman, and I got to do what's right.
I am a man.
Yeah, I'm a man. He just goes like it's like all of his
I'm a man.
goes away and he locks in.
My dad's watching. I'm doing something with my dad. Like I never do baseball with my dad, but me and this guy who looks like Hanavar are gonna
It's cool though.
Go ride horses and save the day.
He does like that maneuver that he'd been practicing and kept like falling off and not doing right in training. Hanover's like, he like winces as he sees this kid like jump up on his saddle. He's like, oh god, this is gonna be brutal to watch. Fucking Rufus nails it, dude. Jumps off the saddle, lands in the wagon. I mean, he immediately falls down in the wagon. He made it in the wagon. And he's like, what? Now he's gonna get killed. He's like, get off the ground, dude. What's funny is like the wagon like so crazy. Like some of the bad guys are like popping out of the wagon as the thing.
Yeah, it's like the cartoon like dust cloud, like dust ball with like just the fist coming out. It's just the wagon that's the right way.
It's just like pure mayhem.
It's so the scene is so chaotic, and I love it.
Yeah, and then Illyria catches up, and so she's riding with Hanover, and they're like, taking hits, and the leader loses his mustache. I can't remember how many people got thrown out, but basically the horses end up going like crazy as all this scurrying is going on, and they
it falls off a cliff into a river.
Well, it's like a creek. They go off the road down to this like, I don't know, it's like a little meadow, and it's like they're going towards like a creek. And then in the last second, the horse, instead of going through the creek, the horses like take a sharp turn away from the water and pitches the wagon over, and everybody goes flying. And the leader like lands like sprawled belly flopping on a boulder, which I don't know how that would kill him, but apparently he got away. And then, I don't know. I can't remember who all, like one guy fell out earlier in the chase. I think Hanover kills a couple of guys right there once everyone gets out of the wagon. Then the big strong dude finds the vial of date rape tonic and pounds it because he thinks it's wine or whatever, like help him get ready for the fight, and it just passes out right in front of Hanover.
All right. I'm glad I don't have to fight that guy.
Yeah. And then basically, so Hanover finds the horse head with the rubies in it, and he sees this look in Illyria's eyes because she looks at him like, hey, I need to take that from you. And he's basically like, yeah, I know. They both know that they're not who they say they are. And she admits that she was going to steal it, and it was all her plan, and these people are idiots and they betrayed her. And he kind of sets up, like he gives her the rubies and then throws the horse head back in the water. And it's kind of set up to like put the blame, because some of the thieves get away. And so he's kind of, put the blame on them, and she gets off kind of scot-free with the rubies. But he like sets it up where he's like a future appointment with her, whatever town it's in. Like if he sees her, he sees like a use for her to have like a thief, a rogue on his side.
Well, she said she's going to Derva.
Yeah.
Because they're still not at like Derva proper yet.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, how long are you going to be in Derva? Like, I'll meet you up there. I'll have use yet for a thief there.
Yeah, they're heading for the mountains that, which I'm assuming are like the Alps,
Yeah.
Hannibal crossed.
They'll never expect me to do this twice.
Right?
With just one elephant this time.
Yeah, dude. This was just a fun little I don't want to say like a side story.
It definitely sets up, because I feel like Illyria will have a lot of utility in the future, especially with the skill set, and she's clearly very intelligent.
Yeah, I can't say other than that. I don't know if this chapter did a lot to advance like the overarching arc, but it was a super fun story. Like it's really chaotic, like all the different like factions that were like at play here and didn't really know that all the players. It was fun, dude. Fun heist.
Yeah, we got an awesome like chase scene, like the whole chase sequence and the mayhem and the cartoon ball of like fists in the wagon. That just sends me.
I found Sophia's character really funny. There's like the busty. She's just like super saucy, trying to work on Rufus, and Hanover's just like, like knows who she, like what she's doing, but doesn't feel like not that he's like not
doesn't try to stop her too hard.
He's like, God, be a kid. If you worst case scenario, maybe you get lucky, you lose the race, but you get to have sex with that girl. So who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's like a little romance that's going to happen between Hanover and Illyria down the road, because they seem to be kind of a little bit.
They seem to be kindred spirits in the bar. Like they got each other. So maybe it was that. If we see Rufus again at some point, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to hire on Hanover as an advisor.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, oh my, like I need you like on side, like for good. And
That would be a hilarious, like, if he took it and just like, yeah, fuck it. I was going to be this kid's advisor till I died.
And fuck the Volani people.
That'd be hilarious, dude. Yeah.
He's like, no, I got more important things to do.
Yeah. I mean, his daughter's free. You can't save them all, dude.
Like, you can't save them all.
Which actually is kind of the theme of the next chapter.
That's so unfortunate. All right. So we got the fun race out of the way, but the end of that chapter kind of sets up a foreshadowing of this Volani magician that this dude bought as a slave. So take us into chapter 10, since I haven't listened that far yet. I will once we get out of here.
Yeah, so basically they get wind of this nobleman, this lord, whatever, that has a villa, and he bought a Volani. Hanavar, the Durbans think he's a mage, he's a sorcerer, but Hanavar's like, I know that guy. He's not a mage. He's just like a scholar. He's met him a couple times. They're not like super tight, but he's like, I met him a couple times. And so Hanavar writes a letter to the Lord and is like, I want to buy your slave, and he gets like an immediate, like super fast response, like, oh yeah, for sure, come check it out. Let's make a deal.
Oh, that's suspicious.
Yeah, right. And so they go, and he's I can't remember what his disguise is. It's not a soldier. He's like
he's an equus. It's like the like the
merchant servant or something.
Kind of. He's like the Romans they were the people that like they were the noble class that provided like horsemen. Yeah. Like either they themselves were the horsemen or they trained horsemen for the armies.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically he's not the merchant or the person that supplied the cavalry, but he like represents one of these guys. And he's going in there to go check out. He wants to buy the slave for his master. But he's not a slave. He's masters. That's the word I can think of. Anyway, so they go to this villa. When they get there, it's kind of weird because there's like other attendants and servants like on the entryway on the road into the villa, and all of their I'll just say I don't know if they're slaves, but their masters basically aren't there. So it's kind of suggested that they're already in the house. And then a house slave or a villa slave comes out to greet Hanavar and bring him inside. And he's like, why are all these people out here? Why didn't you take their horses and, stable them for them? And it's like really weird. He's like, oh, I'll explain later once we're inside. Let's just go inside. So Hanavar's like, okay, that's weird. Goes inside. And the last guest to show up comes in right behind him. And it's like this, is a centurion, but he's from I think he's from a special company called the Revenants. They're like these super like elite legionnaires that are basically like counterintelligence. Like they hunt spies. Yeah. They sniff out like Volani spies. They report like directly to the emperor. So they're like
man, it'd be crazy if there's still Volani around.
Yeah. Right. And this guy shows up by himself and his like, oh shit, my battery's about to die. Fuck. I got 10%. I'll get if it goes dead in the middle of the stream, whatever. So this guy's because usually the revenants travel in groups. So his compatriots are out hunting a fugitive, and Hanavar's like, oh, who are they looking for? And he's like, oh, they're looking for Hanavar.
Well, you found him.
Yeah. And they go in there, and there's like a senator, and there's like a governor's daughter and a governor's wife, and like a bodyguard for some other noble, or like all in there. They're all guests. It's very like Clue, kind of a feel, or like any movie where you're trapped. Every movie where you're trapped in a place with the murderer and you're trying to figure out who the murderer is, kind of vibe. Like in a house with a bunch of false entrances, false doors, secret tunnels, all that shit. It's basically what's going on.
Man, I am gonna love this chapter. This is the strength of the format. This is the strength of the format, because this is the only format is like chapter 4, we're fighting a bold goddess in an arena. Chapter 7, or I forget whatever the chapter, but like we're dealing with like this dude trying to summon my brother, or trying to rescue the elephant, or now there's a heist, but I don't know anything about that. I'm all into horse racing now. And now Hanavar's playing Clue. Like this is great. I love this is the strength of the format.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is my favorite chapter, I think, so far. It's super fun. So they all go in there and they meet each other, as they do in Clue. You meet all the other guests, and the slave of the estate, everyone's like, what the hell is going on here? Basically, nobody is there for the exact same reason. Like Hanavar's there to buy the slave. Some of the people are there to like see a demonstration. I think the Revenant was there to like ask some questions about like Volani or something. So nobody's there for the same exact reason. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? And the slave is like, oh, all will be revealed when when you come see my master. And so he like, leads him down into like a basement and these like weird subterranean level of the villa, and takes him into this room, tells him to wait there, and then leaves. And then Hanavar is like getting sus. By the way, like Hanavar is pretending to be this merchant guy, whatever.
Equus, yeah,
this Equus, not a badass soldier, and especially he's trying to keep that front going in front of this Revenant, who
for these people,
they're elite, well, especially the Revenant, because they're like elite legionnaires and they're hunters of spies, so they're like super perceptive. And a couple of times, like because he's starting to get like on guard because the shit's getting creepy and weird, like the Revenant is kind of noticing that like this isn't a regular guy. This guy's like super on the ball, and
this guy's very perceptive and he knows what's up, and
which basically like I think the Revenant catches him kind of doing shit twice, and he's like, okay, who are you? You're not an Equus. You're like you move like a soldier kind of thing. So he comes up with a whole new false identity, saying he's a centurion. And he's like, can you prove that? And he's like, no, I can't prove it now. We're here. And he's like, okay, I'll believe you for now. It makes sense. I can't remember what exactly. So Hanavar like hears something and he like goes back out of the room they were all left in and like sees like a lantern, because it's super dark down where they went and they had to carry lanterns. And so he sees a lantern sitting on the ground at the base of the stairs they came down. He goes back and the lantern's in front of like a door that's locked. And then on the ground, like as he gets close, he notices something on the ground, and it's like a dried out, completely flayed human body. I think its organs are missing. And he's like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Somebody ate all the flesh.
Yeah, the Revenant came with them, and they were like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? And that's kind of when like the Revenant's like, okay, you're like super on the ball. And yeah, that's when the thing kind of dropped.
All right, so we're going to be cops now.
Yeah. And so they're like, okay, well, we need to get out of here. And Hanavar's like thinking, is like, it's probably what the person who's like doing this wants us to like leave and look around. But like they don't have any other choice. So they start looking around, going down like hallway. It's like catacombs. There's like halls and doors and all kind. And then there's like walls that fucking open up and then close. Like this, like it happens pretty quick.
Like Scooby-Doo shit. Okay.
Yeah, like legit. Like the walls are opening. Things are like coming down from like overhead.
So any second, the Revenant's going to be like, let's split up, gang. And Hanavar's going to be like, wait, what? No, what the fuck? No.
No, the Revenant is actually kind of like, kind of works with them a lot until the very end where they get in a fight and Hanavar stabs him in the throat. But yes, so they're like basically going around. They come to a room full of a bunch of belongings and treasure and shit, and it's from like clearly from other people that have come here and been murdered. And so like a couple of people stay by the treasure room, and then like they do split up. I don't know. So they're looking for like a way out. I think Hanavar like spotted something. He was like, oh, we need to go check this area out, because I think he saw like a sliding door. So they go around and start checking it out, and sure enough he feels like a draft coming through, and he like goes to start working on like opening it, and then they hear a scream, run back around the corner, like a couple seconds, dude, run back around the corner. The bodyguard's missing, and I think it's the governor's wife. So the governor's wife and the governor's daughter are both there, but the daughter went with Hanavar and the Revenant. She's come back around, and the governor's wife is completely flayed and her organs are missing, and she's wet and gooey on the ground, and the bodyguard is missing. But like, dude, it was like seconds. So like whatever killed her flayed her in like a split second. So they're like,
ate her organs in seconds.
Yeah.
She had time to, she was flayed before she stopped screaming.
Yeah. So yeah, they're good. They're good and freaked out. There comes in like a time constraint, because they only have so much oil for the lanterns and it's pitch black in these catacombs. So that's kind of adding to the tension, as they're going to run out of light. And whatever's killing them can do it real fast. So basically everywhere they go together, and they have somebody facing every direction. So every direction is looked upon, but even
someone watching it.
Yeah, dude. And that's the thing too. Like they're like worried about like talking too loud, and like they know that someone's listening, so hearing their plans. But the basic plan right now is to try and get the stones out of this false door so they can get out. But yeah, it doesn't really go according to plan. There's like a stone overhead in the ceiling that opens up and drops like a letter down meant for Hanavar, but it hits like one of the like a senator in the arm. And it's basically the note says in Volani, oh, I didn't know it was you. Hold tight. I'll get you out of this. And nobody in there reads Volani except for Hanavar and the Revenant. And at this point, the Revenant's like, okay, you're fucking Hanavar, dude. His sword has like poison on it and shit. So they get in a fight. Hanavar kills him, but the guy cuts Hanavar's stomach. So it's not a lethal poison, but it's like a paralytic. So yeah, he's got this wound that's not terrible, but it's like making him woozy from the poison. But yeah, he straight up just fucking murked that Revenant right in the throat, dude. But in the middle of that, the other two scurried away, and when Hanavar like runs after them around the corner, he sees like the girl like pulling her robes back together and stands up. So in the beginning, when he first meets her, he noticed that she talks kind of funny because she has a missing tooth and she tries to like hide it when she talks. But when he sees her this time, she has all of her teeth, and he's like, "Bro, he literally sees two stripped flesh bodies that were the guy and the girl right in front of him with their organs missing, and this creature. Like, anyway, it's a creature, and he sees its real form, and it's fucking weird. Like multiple, it's like insectoid, bunch of appendages everywhere. It's crazy. And like its arms come out behind it and like pull skin, and then like wraps it back around it to like change form, and then like takes it back off and then pulls it back around to like make a new form. It's gross, dude. But yeah, then another false door opens up. The wizard dude comes out and he's like, "Hey, Hanavar, what's going on, dude?" And Hanavar's like, "Bro, you got control of this thing?" And like when he first runs into the monster shows him its true form. The monster's just like, "Don't worry, dude. Like, I'm not gonna hurt you. My master is Volani too. So kind of weird to see this like nightmarish creature.
He's just like
being friendly to you." Yeah. But yeah, basically like the scholar showed up, and he was basically given free reign this Dervin noble's library of arcane shit. Like a lot of it was just worthless stuff, but there was like powerful stuff in it. And yeah, the Volani scholar just took it, read it, and used it against his slave owner. So he basically figured out a way to open up a portal to some. I can't remember how they described the realm. Super fucking hardcore. But he opens up this portal and brings this beast in, and had enough information to figure out how to control it. And yeah, he killed everyone in the house, and then he started luring like important and powerful Dervins to the villa. That's why everybody was there for different reasons to kill them. And that was basically, he just wanted to kill Dervins, and he kind of went crazy and insane with vengeance. And like Hanavar was like, "Have you just been murdering people here?" And then like, kind of got into the whole aspect of, well, like, what do you, because like Hanavar seemed like he was appalled, and the scholar was like, "Are you serious? These people like destroyed our society and enslaved our people and murdered our people." Like, "Yeah, I'm murdering them." Like, and then Hanavar kind of like got with the program quick and made it seem like he was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense. I get it." He convinces the guy to send the demon away, because he can resummon it, I guess, when he wants. So okay, yeah, he sends it away, and then has the scholar take him to like retrieve all of his books and scrolls involving that. And then the guy's also like, "This is all I have written down, and the rest is in my head." And then Hanavar stabs him in the head with a knife.
Oh man,
he's like,
Hanavar taking care of business.
Yeah, dude. It was that's what I'm saying. This Howard Andrew Jones is doing a really cool thing with these perspectives of like good and evil, and Hanavar seems like the legit, like objective, like moral good. Like he's the center, regardless of what side anyone's on. It just seems like he's kind of the moral right. And like so here we have a Volani that he killed because it was his person. It was his like a citizen of his society that he's trying to save, but he was obviously doing evil shit. Two people that should be his enemy, but he's like, "Dude, this is like that." So
like
Governor, like, she didn't do anything. Like these people, he's like, "Well, they're all guilty." And he's like, "These people didn't do like the they didn't have anything to do with the attack on Volanus. Like they had no say in any of that. But obviously the guy was insane with vengeance.
Yeah.
Here.
He's going crazy. He's busy going crazy. He doesn't have
Yeah.
time to think about things like acceptable targets or
No, he's just
any of that. He's just like, oh, I'll just kill any Durvan that I encounter. I think it's cool that he did that at this point because we haven't really interacted with Vellani in a while since the Bolt Goddess episode.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like he's done a good job of fleshing out in the chapters since then that like, yeah, there are a bunch of dickhead Durvans, but there's also some like really solid ones like the Prophetess.
Or Lucian
the
guard
Lucian, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is he sees these Durvans that should be the ultimate evil, the bad guys that he ends up actually bonding with, and they're not bad guys. And then there's this guy that should be, he's trying to save. And that was the sad thing. After he killed him, he's like, I tried to save him. I think when he comes out and he's talking to Antares, he's like, I tried to save him, but I couldn't save him, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad.
And like Rufus, because Rufus sounds like he's part of the like. He sounds like he's not like a local. He's like a Durvan.
Yeah.
By the way, like with like his aunt and like the other like his Equus uncles like pressuring him and shit.
Yeah. So Rufus. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we've got like all these like we've had time to see that like it's not like the whole of Durvan society is like stupid evil, just their government is for the most part.
Yeah, you can't blame this. It's like I don't hate like Chinese people, but I don't like the Chinese government.
Yeah, like I don't care for Xi Jinping, but like I wouldn't assume that the entirety of the people are like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of Chinese people that don't like living in China.
Yeah.
Or like, North Koreans that don't like living in North Korea.
I don't think there are North Koreans that like living in North Korea.
yeah. It's probably a real short list. So yeah, Hanavar asked him, like, where does, go ahead.
Yeah, but like every Durban like official, like high official, like senator, like we haven't met like a Durban senator who's like decent or insightful. We've met some military people that are decent and insightful, but not like any of the senators. Both the senators were stupid evil.
Yeah. Although they did mention a Durban general that Hanavar was like friends with, and it was also like the only general that ever beat Hanavar in like full pitched battle.
Yeah, I think that's our XP of Scipio Africanus.
Yeah, so I was wondering. Because he got they had a little note about him like getting brought before the Senate and like, brought up on charges of, I don't know, embezzlement or whatever it was. And I was like, I couldn't remember I was like, is that Scipio? Or was it like, I couldn't remember if there was one guy in the Roman history, if it was one guy or if it was like a set of brothers that happened to, but I think it was Scipio Africanus.
Yeah, Scipio Africanus. Yeah, it'd be interesting, because I'm thinking of Scipio and Hannibal. XPs and other stories. It'd be interesting to see if our XP of Scipio shows up and like what he brings to the table.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to show up.
Because he would obviously know who Hanavar is.
Yeah.
And it'd be cool to have an ally who is just Hanavar, but also Durvan.
But like also kind of a forsaken Durvan. So he's Durvan, but he maybe doesn't have the allegiance anymore to like, he's like, fuck the Empire. Like they fucked me over. So Hanavar, this is such a cool like description of where it comes from. He says, where does this creature come from? And the guy says, from the land nearby, the one you sometimes glimpse from the corner of your eye where cats and madmen stare. Like, oh, what a terrifying place to come from, dude.
No, that place sounds awful.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah. I have 1% battery left. So,
so
that's basically chapter 10.
Yeah. So I'm going to listen to that right away. And then I'm going to get listening on my next chapters.
Yeah. So next week we're just going to finish the book. So,
all right, man, this book is so fun.
It is fun, dude. I'm glad you suggested it, man.
Yeah, I'm glad I suggested it too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to finish the rest of the series. With the book club, I've just been reading like a lot of book ones. So now I have all of these series that I've started and
that you've got to finish.
Yeah, that now I really like. Like the Dark Legacies or the Gatewalkers by Ashley Pollard. This one, Academy of Outcasts, but that'll be easy because the second one's not out yet.
Yeah, the second one doesn't come out till May, so Larry's giving us some time to digest.
Well, alrighty, guys. We'll see you next Monday. Hopefully I can sign off before my laptop dies. I tried charging it, but I wasn't paying attention to the thing. See you guys next week, Monday night, for the finale of Lord of a Shattered Land.
All right. Bye, y'all.
All right. See you later, man.
All right. Later, man.